Welcome to the NEPA Scene Podcast. I'm here with DJ Hersh.
Hello.
Is that your name this week?
That's me today.
I'm by myself this week. Rich foolishly left me to the wolves. So this might get real strange, real weird, real fast. But before we get started, somebody is going to be drinking the Zima. You ready?
It's lukewarm.
It's lukewarm. That's fine.
Yeah, let's do it.
You ready?
Stop texting the wife, and then
I'm
we'll
not
do
texting
it.
the wife, dude.
Come on.
You know how to count?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is how we start a thumb war, whatever. I don't know. You can't pull off the table. You can't pull off the table. You can't pull off the table.
He's so tense.
I'm not gonna lose. Oh God! All right.
You should have known better than that. Even though you got long, skinny thumbs.
This was my idea.
It was.
I was not planning on losing.
I'll drink to that.
No, but seriously, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm John Popko. I work for Time Shamrock Communications for radio, for Rock 107, Alt 92.1, and ESPN. And I'm here with DJ Hersh. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good. I would be better if I wasn't drinking the Zima right now.
Yeah. Let's go.
The funny thing is, this fell off my seat in the car and rolled over the floor.
I hope the car's clean.
It's very warm.
Oh.
But
Let me see that. Let me taste it. I haven't had one of these since I was 16.
It's actually better a little warmer than it is cold.
It's not terrible. It'd be better with a Jolly Rancher, but, you can't have everything, I guess, here.
Well, we're on a tight budget.
They also didn't have Jolly Ranchers at City Market, so.
Yeah, well. But, well, let's get into it here. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I don't know. What isn't there to tell about myself?
Well, you're DJ Hersh.
Yes.
You are the founder of the BeatTeks crew.
Yes, sir.
For anyone who doesn't know what that is, tell us about that group and why you started it and all that kind of fun stuff.
Well, it originally started as three guys who just had a common interest in DJing, the DJ scene, music, anything relatively related to that. It still is. Well, it's still four. It's now four, but three active members.
Okay.
Myself, DJ King B, Jay Villar, and another friend of mine, Gage, who's out of the area now. Doesn't really DJ a whole lot anymore, but we started just to get together and perfect our craft, try to learn from each other, help each other out when we needed help. It's more like a team. It's not. I mean, it's also a company, but it's more like a team. If somebody needs, a night off, or we need to cover something somewhere, we can call one of the other guys and work things out. You know what I mean? We help each other with our common interests.
Okay. So, what do you guys specialize in? Is it club DJing? Is it doing weddings? Is it private parties?
It's all that.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah.
What would you guys think that you're the best at, or you like the most? Or
it's always fun to play out at a club or a bar at night. Anything's fun if you have a good crowd and everybody wants to have a good time.
So you're also you're not wedding DJs.
No.
But you do weddings.
Absolutely.
You did my wedding.
Absolutely.
Fantastic job.
Yeah.
Do you like doing weddings?
I do, yes. I do enjoy them now. I was really apprehensive, as are most guys when you get into it, because, you know, a lot of club guys will, you know, like frown upon it, look down upon guys that do that kind of stuff. But as time has gone by, I've seen more club guys get into it and kind of be okay with it, because they see that it's a place where they can use their skills to rise above, you know, like the typical guy who may just do weddings and that's it, and not necessarily be a pure DJ as many guys might think. But you know, it's like it's like it's kind of like, you know, the top guy when he wants to do it, saying, all right, you know, I might play for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I also might want to go and be in a league at the Y. Not saying that, you know, everybody is a lower level, but it's kind of like that.
Okay. As far as this year goes, are you guys still booking weddings? Like, you know,
This year, most of it is wrapped up, you know, usually because if you're looking for a wedding DJ with less than 6 months to go, you're in trouble.
Because wedding season kind of ends, October-ish, typically?
Yeah. I mean, I have a couple later in the year, like November. This year, I actually had my first one in January.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. What's that?
The 1st of January, or was it?
No, it was early in January though.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it snowed that day and everything. It was pretty cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
So, out of all the things that you do, what would you say you enjoy the most? Like, is it DJing in a club? Is it DJing in a wedding? Is it?
Honestly, it could be anything. If you're having a good time and everybody else is having a good time, you know, that's all that really matters.
Okay.
You know, if the crowd is moving and they're reacting and they're into it, then it's a good time no matter what.
You've been in the scene for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, Rich has this site called NEPA Scene, and it's all about, you know, the NEPA scene.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your time in this scene? Like, when did you start? Why did you start? You know, stuff like that. How long have you been doing it?
Wow. Well, to date myself, I've been DJing since I've been 21. So I'm 35 now. You can put that together. You know, yeah. I mean, it started out, you know, just a couple things here and there. A couple friends put me on a couple nights way back in the day. I think some of the first places were like Murray's Inn, definitely. It was one of the first places I ever played. Now it's like legendary Murray's if you've been in the area.
If you were like 21
Yeah.
before 2008.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, long time.
Good times.
Places like Murray's, and then like of like the 8 things it was, like Club XS over in, you know, Edwardsville there. I don't even know what it was at the time when I played there. I played there a gig when I was in college for a group of friends that put on a party. It was a great time. It was crazy, but that's 2003, 2004, around there somewhere. So it's been a while. And you know, as the years go by in this area, most of the trend has been places have come and gone.
Right.
Either they've come and they've changed owners or changed names, gone through different iterations of the kind of place they are, but there's very few places that are actually still around from back in the 02, 03, 04 area. You know, so that's like probably the major change is just like the landscape of the nightlife scene for DJs anyway. It's very thin out there. Mm-hmm. You know, I think it's very thin for bands too at this time.
Yeah, I feel like the DJ scene has kind of gotten bigger over the past 3, 4, or 5 years, and the bands have kind of fallen to the wayside almost. How have you been able to capitalize on that change?
Oh, it's been, for us, it's been great. It's only meant more work for everybody, and the trend, like you said, the trend has been like with different kinds of music coming and going, and different kinds of music now are like really super trendy, especially in this area. It's like, a song might only last 3 months before it's something else, and nobody wants to hear that anymore. You know what I mean? So like, I think it's got a lot more to do with the attention span of people and their appreciation for music in general. I mean, we can go on and on about that kind of thing. Like, I could talk to you forever.
I got time, man.
Yeah. I just feel like there isn't a whole lot of musical intellectualism and intellectualism in general anymore.
Have you gotten like negative feedback from bands, like, because you've kind of, not you individually, but the DJ has kind of taken over that scene? I mean, have bands kind of given you a hard time, or DJs in general a hard time? Like, have they kind of accepted the fact that, in this area specifically, like, obviously the venues to play in for bands has dwindled, but have they kind of, how have they responded to you guys as far as DJs kind of taking their time slot almost?
Well, me personally, I haven't gotten a lot of flack from any type of band. I work with a lot of bands. Okay. I'm probably one of the few people that has done a lot of work with bands in the area.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, so I know a lot of local musicians. I have been asked to play sets for like record release parties and different kind of events with bands, for bands, including bands, you know what I mean? So personally, I think it's more like if you're a good band, then you appreciate what a good DJ can do with you and for you, and vice versa.
And I've seen you actually, you and some drummers kind of work together before, and you drummers and vocalists work together before. Is that something you'd like to do in the future again, or is that something kind of the past? Or
no, sure, I'm up for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy doing anything that's different. I don't like sitting in a rut or anything like that. I like to try to adventure off and do as much as I can that's different than anybody else.
What do you think kind of sets you apart from the local NEPA DJ, as far as what you do, what you want to do, and what other guys do? Like why? If I'm obviously old. I'm old like you. Not as old as you, but I am old. If I'm going to spend my night out listening to some cool music, why would I come to a spot where DJ Hersh or one of the BeatTeks members are doing their thing?
I would say because there's a higher level of music appreciation and higher level of, like, musical knowledge than the average guy. Like you might go to a place and hear a guy playing nothing but songs that came out in the last 4 years. That's not what I'm gonna do. There's a way to work it in, good music along with maybe today's stuff that's smart, and then that you can get your point across in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of like stigma with DJs that people think that they just come in and push a button and take a nap.
I've seen that.
That happens.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not the case for you and your crew.
Absolutely not.
And what do you guys do to prepare for?
A lot of it is looking for music, not accepting like just one particular form or version of a song, you might want to look off and see how like somebody else took a song and changed it and flipped it and try to work that in, as opposed to just the track that you heard on the radio this afternoon. You know what I mean? It's a lot of looking for music and checking for what different kinds of versions of music you can find, that it probably goes by the wayside a lot of times for a lot of guys, but it's definitely not that way with us. We don't like to play that, whatever it is that you just heard today on like KRZ or BHT. We don't like to do that.
But would you say you kind of sample some of the songs that are there, like, and kind of mix them into your sets?
Yeah. It might just be a different version or different remix of a song that's, not the typical one that you may be expecting. Sometimes people don't like that. Sometimes they do. So you just got to kind of know when. That's part of it too. Is recognizing where you're at and the kind of people that are there and their reactions to different types or versions of songs that you're playing, and trying to fulfill their expectations. And
you've, over the years, obviously, you hustled and started out from, I'm assuming, just, I don't want to say begging people to play, but I want to play this night, whatever. Now you have kind of residencies almost.
Yeah.
Right? You're a resident DJ at River Grille.
Yes.
And
Sununu's. Yeah.
When college is in.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about those scenarios and how they might be the same or they might be different? I know, obviously, I think with River Grille, you're probably more of a, I don't want to say background music, but kind of like the soundtrack of a night, whereas maybe Sununu's might be a college geared. How are those different? How are they the same? How do those happen?
Well, the college scene is a little different than everything. It's highly geared around what's new. And because the college kids find new things that
every day
that you're not even going to be expecting. There's songs that the college kids like that I found that nobody even knows what they are, and they never will. There was a track that I came over 2 years ago that the kids at Sununu's want to hear every night that you're never going to hear anywhere else, and probably never will. Like I said, but it's a different kind of thing. Than say at the River Grille, where you'd be doing more top 40 and known things for a wider range of people. But yeah, and from here to from Wilkes-Barre to Scranton, there's a huge difference in the type of things that you like. Yeah, Jay Villar is resident DJ at Kildare's, and between the two of us, we see a drastic difference in the stuff that they want to hear up there as to what they want to hear in Wilkes-Barre.
I've seen some DJs post on Facebook where they're actually approached to play certain songs where they think that you're a jukebox and they can just tell you what to play. Do you find that to be true?
People definitely expect that. There's a lot of people that expect that kind of thing.
Yeah. How do you handle that situation?
There's a variety of ways. Well, for one, if it's a good song that's popular at the time, and it's, if it's working for where you're at in the night and the way the vibe of everything's going, then you can absolutely play it. Sometimes you might have to wait 3 or 4 songs. Sometimes you might have to wait 20 songs. It could eventually get played as long as it's not out of left field where it's we're playing Fat Joe and somebody asked me to play Led Zeppelin. That's not going to happen. You know what I mean? If you would come up to me at 10 o'clock and you play Led Zeppelin, I could probably work that in without a problem, but it all depends on the time of the night, what the spot's looking like, how many people are there, all kinds of different things.
Why NEPA for you?
That's where I'm from. I've been here.
Desire to leave?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think everybody from here has a desire to leave. I grew some roots here. I got a child and I have a job that's pretty decent. So like a 9 to 5. So when the time is right, it could happen. I'm not going to rule it out. Everybody thinks that they want to go on to bigger and better things. It's like I feel like everybody has that thing at one point or another.
So you say you had a child and a full-time job. Like how do you? Oh, this is yours, by the way. That's for you.
I get to finish that?
Yeah, you got it.
Well, I don't know where that rule came from, but what is that?
I'm the host. Rich left me in charge. That's
okay.
For you.
Oh, Rich, thank you.
Oh yeah, Rich and Brittany are off frolicking on beaches somewhere. I think. I don't know.
I think they're at Wildwater Kingdom right now, actually.
Oh, I thought they riding rides.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's nothing.
It's not bad.
No, it's not.
It's better this week than last.
I mean, probably you can't drink more than 3 of those, but that's about it.
One and done.
I mean, unless you're a 15-year-old girl,
which shouldn't be drinking.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
But you're a busy guy. How do you kind of manage all those full-time job, child, DJing at night?
I don't like to sit still.
I guess that's good for you.
I feel like if you're not trying to do something or you're not trying to work on something, you're wasting time. I like to look forward to things. I don't like to just rest, take it easy. I like to see things I don't see every day. I like to plan. I like to talk on the phone and work on things for the future, and I just don't like to be stagnant.
You talk about the future. What's kind of some things that you don't have to tell me what you're going to do, but are there any hopes, aspirations? Are you working on something right now that you want to share with the audience, or
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I like to share everything.
All right.
I'm always trying to do something, honestly. I have a couple events planned that are coming up. If you haven't seen it on Facebook or Instagram or the Chap Snaps or whatever the heck it's called,
That's
Chat
bullshit.
Six or whatever.
You know exactly what that program is called.
Yeah.
Social media, whatever. I'm too old for that too.
No, you're not.
I don't have it.
You should.
When that came out, I thought that was for dick pics.
Well, I mean, it could be. I mean, that's what Gerard does it for.
You're throwing the producer under the bus. Jesus.
He's doing a great job in there, by the way. Monitoring the levels and whatnot.
But what do you have coming up? What are you working on?
Every summer I get to do a few things at the River Grille. They've been so gracious as to allow me kind of free reign on a couple nights throughout the summer to do some cool things and bring in some excellent DJs to kind of change things up a little bit in the area and get some quality guys in that you may not get to see maybe ever if you don't know or you're just not into it. You might just walk into the River Grille on a Saturday night and be like, whoa, what's going on here? Next Saturday night, what are we in? We're in June now, or it's going to be July 8th. Yeah, I get mixed up a little bit. Summer's going quick. July 8th, I have a great DJ coming in from the outskirts of Philly, DJ React, a guy that I just happened to come across online that was doing a podcast. He's been doing a podcast for a long time that I just wow, that was cool.
I always do that. See that?
Oh, well, that's terrible.
It's always somebody.
You live streaming this on your phone while we're doing it?
Well, I was just looking at comments. I apologize.
Oh,
See, like,
oh,
it's like,
mute it.
It's like, how do people do this?
Mute it. Oh God.
See, it's like, Jesus.
Live streaming this on your
See,
phone.
it's off. It's on mute. It's on mute.
Yo, old guy.
Yo.
Let's go. Let's go.
Holy crap.
Wow.
I guess
Ever
I'm not
have that happen?
I guess I'm not reading comments. See, he's coming back. See? Stop.
As soon as you're ready, I'll be ready. I'm good to go again.
I'm not reading comments today.
There's no need for that.
Gerard will come in.
Everything's going to be like, damn, he's good looking.
Of course. I apologize.
But anyway. Yeah, like I was saying.
Before you were so rude.
I got, yeah. Yeah. So, DJ React, a guy that I came across online that was doing a podcast, he has something like 170 some odd mixes of his podcast out there. I just started listening to because a friend of mine was listening to him, and I like, oh, he listened to that, so I checked it out, and I got to listen to a bunch of them, and it's like something different every time, and I was like, he's got skills, he's a talented guy, I want to have him come up, and I just reached out to him on Facebook, and he was like, yeah, sure, man, let's do it.
And that's not the first time you've done those kind of things.
No. Like a couple weeks ago, I had an amazing guy come through, DJ Active, who it still blows my mind how cool he was, because it just worked out the right way where this guy is like tour DJ for like so many people. He's just off tour with Janet Jackson. He's Janet Jackson's DJ, tour DJ. Right now he's playing with. Today I messaged him on Instagram. He was shooting pictures on the Red Rocks because he's playing with Common and Lauryn Hill, and he's like got this picture of him behind the turntables looking up at the hill at the Red Rocks, man. And like I was like, yo, man, that's a crazy view. And he's like, he just hit me back like he's there. Like I couldn't believe it. Like, oh wow. But he came through and absolutely killed it a couple weeks ago at the River Grille. Couldn't have been happier. He's a good guy. I like to get guys like that to come out, and he was blown away by it. He's like, man, you got a great party going on here. I was like, yeah, let's do it again. So I kind of like doing that kind of thing, like meeting new people, getting guys to come in and experience what we got going on here, and I try to do it as much as I can.
Is it a little surreal sometimes when guys like that kind of respond, or you bring them in and they're playing a show, not for you, but kind of for you?
Yeah.
That's gotta be pretty neat.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool feeling, you know what I mean? And then, you said that's July 8th
at River Grille.
At the River Grille, yes. Okay. So there's that, and then I got another one in August, which is kind of like our annual event, the BeatTeks BBQ, where all three of us get to play for a little while during the night. We start a little bit earlier. Myself, King B, and Jay Villar. And this year, we always have a special guest come in. And this year, he's coming back. I think this is the third time, if I'm not mistaken. DJ Spinbad out of New York, who's like a legendary DJ out of New York City. He's been on Z100 up there. And he's a big-time guy. He tours with comedian Russell Peters. He's like his tour DJ. He's part of the act and this whole thing. Plays overseas all the time, and like in Japan and all these kind of crazy places. So he's coming back for that, and it's going to be a good night.
And when is that? Do you have a date set?
That's August 5th.
Okay.
5th. They're kind of spaced like a month apart each in the summer.
Okay. And getting back to, you have bringing guys in, these bigger names. You open up for Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah. Ooh, that's definitely a highlight of anybody's DJ career. I mean, I did that with a band and a friend of mine, DJ Lispy, or Gino Lispy, I'm sorry. It was an incredible thing. It's probably like a once-in-a-lifetime deal. I met a bunch of the guys. They were really cool. That has to be five or so years ago. Okay. I'm gonna guess down at the Sherman Theater in Stroudsburg. but it was definitely a big deal for me. Being a huge fan since high school, it was probably one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hung out with them, talked to them.
After the show, absolutely. One of the coolest things I thought ever was, not all the guys were there, but I think like 6 out of the 9 were there. But after the show, there's another friend of mine there that knew the guys, and it was at a time when the RZA was promoting he had his headphone line out, and he was selling these headphones. Who was I forget what the brand name was, but he had like a signature series of like headphones, and he was promoting them. And he had it's like the rest of the guys came on a bus, and RZA came on his bus and had his big, logo for the headphones on it and all this kind of thing. And after the show, and my guy was like, "Yo, you want to talk to him?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, he's on the bus. Hold on." And he came off of the bus to talk to me. To me and actually AJ Jump, and I kind of got like some sound bites, and I recorded it, and it was definitely something that was really cool. I wouldn't believe a guy like that, would take time out just to come out and talk to a couple people. What do we get there?
A telegram.
Telegram?
We had some birds fly it in.
I think I see a name there.
Were you done with that experience with Wu-Tang Clan? Like, I mean, how did it even happen? Like, I mean, obviously, someone in your shoes would probably be like, "Well, how do I get to that level? How do I?"
It was. I forget how the whole thing came about, but it was like we had done a couple opening shows there. What was it? It was one we opened for somebody way back in the day. Before that, oh Christ, Asher Roth, who had that hit back in the day, I Love College.
Oh, yeah.
We opened for him a few years before that there.
That's Sherman Theater?
Yeah, at the Sherman Theater. And I see the name on the thing, and I met another guy in the scene way back at that time, Joe Caviston, who was actually managing a band that was on after us, in between us and Asher. But we did that there. We opened for Asher Roth another time at the Croc Rock in Allentown.
All right.
And then, I forget how the whole thing with Wu-Tang came about. I'll probably have to talk to Gino about it. But that was a long time ago. I got to see. What's he saying?
We'll get to these. But so one of the biggest moments in your career, like, you don't know how it happened. You kind of just.
I mean, it was a long time ago. You forget about how it happened. You remember what happened.
Yeah, I guess I'll open.
Well, I think Gino might have been in touch with somebody at the Sherman that was looking for like.
It all worked out.
Direct support, yeah.
And it was
absolutely.
Like top 5, top 3, number 1.
Probably number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. Sure.
You want to ask some questions?
Yeah. Shoot.
Well, speaking of Joe Caviston, any local bullying in the DJ scene? Does it exist? How do we prevent it?
Are you kidding me?
That sounds like a school scenario. Like, Bobby's being bullied. How do we prevent this?
Who the hell's being bullied?
I mean, we're adults, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you want to answer that?
Bullied.
Just handle your shit, right?
Yeah, man. Don't be a douche. And maybe people won't clown on you.
All right.
Fair
enough.
Exactly.
Ruckus. Are you familiar?
Yes, absolutely.
Hersh cuts it up like a champ.
That's my man there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a couple. We've done a bunch of shows in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot. I know Ruckus has done some direct support at the Sherman Theater also.
Okay.
I think it might have been the Locks, something like that. But we've done shows with Ruckus. I've been his show DJ a few times at local places. Bart and Irby's. I think he might have done a show at the bar before, MayDay, things like that. Local music festival that used to go on here.
Can you touch on that? Like,
yeah,
it was a
sure.
A kind of was it 5-6 years?
6 or 7.
Okay, that was it. It was like every like Memorial Day.
It was Memorial Day weekend.
Kirby Park.
It was a huge success. It was for charity. We raised money for. It was always for a military charity.
Mm-hmm.
It started out with I think Soldiers Angels. We donated money to, and at the end, I think we're donating to some local charities that helped the 109th over in Kingston. But it was a thing that we all like to do. But it grew exponentially, and it got increasingly difficult.
Yeah, it kept growing every year. And
Yeah.
kind of
It got really difficult at a point.
disappeared.
And like back then, we were younger. Not a whole lot of us had families and like prior commitments. People just kind of grew up and lost time to do it because it took a lot of time to plan and to carry out everything.
Sure.
And to, especially for something nobody gets paid for.
Right.
And it was a huge group of people, and to get all these people together and coordinate, it took a lot of time. It was extremely rewarding when it was done, and we got to present these guys with a check for defending the country and things like that. But it was extremely difficult near the end.
Would you say that was one of your most rewarding experiences as a local DJ?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've played, I don't know how many benefits, but something like that at that scale was pretty cool to take on.
Sure. I remember being part of that, and that was always a really good time, and obviously for a great cause. Casey Conahan says, "Can't wait for Style Saturdays to start again."
What's up, Casey?
That's at Sununis.
Yeah. Casey goes to Kings. She's a staple at Sununis every Saturday night. Yeah. Comes out, has a good time. No, not really.
No,
she just comes and has a good time.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
AJ Jump says, "Ask Frank in all caps. I don't know what that means. Ask Frank when he's going to bring Bobby Smyrna."
No.
And it was Beats headphones.
I don't know if it was Beats. Was it?
That's what he said.
I'll have to verify that. I don't believe it was Beats because that's Dre's thing. I don't think it was Beats.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's
if we looked it up right now, like I could do it without having like a bunch of different sounds come on my phone.
yeah. Well, you'll probably be better than I am. So go ahead. You have free reign. I'll allow it.
I just to prove him wrong. Oh no, it was Wesk headphones.
Wesk headphones.
Yeah. Kiss my ass, AJ.
And Keith Perks says, "I want that dad hat."
Oh yeah. Shouts to Futuristic Innovative Graphics and Keith Perks on these sweet dad hats.
Wait, hold on. We can't let these sponsors and all these mentions.
I absolutely can. Like I can. Like how many times did I say did I say the River Grille and or?
Are they all paying you?
How do you know they're not paying me? Maybe I got a check
I
already.
want a cut for that. I want a cut.
Yeah, I'll give you a Zima.
I don't want any of that. You can have all the Zima.
Yeah.
But
shouts to Justin on the logo too.
Who's Justin?
Justin Roach.
Okay.
Just made this logo for me. I don't know how many years ago.
Can we discuss how your hat is, the brim is rounded, and you still
That's
have
the trend.
No. You gotta have that shit flat.
No.
If you want to keep
You're too old. You're too old.
If you want to keep the sticker, you gotta keep it flat.
You don't get to dictate
Is that
these kind of
true?
things.
Please, someone from the internet, can you please tell me if that's true or not?
Nobody tells me what to do.
I've been under the impression that if you're gonna keep the sticker on, you gotta keep it flat, on top or underneath. It doesn't matter where it goes. Just it's gotta be flat.
Maybe you're just like one of those guys. But anyway.
I think you're wrong.
Okay. Right. There's no more questions?
Well, no one likes you enough to ask you questions, I guess. I don't know. No one's probably tuning. I was trying to see who's tuning in, see if there's questions here.
Just don't put the sound on. I don't know if that's possible.
Well, actually, Rich, thank you, Rich. He's trying to give me the
Pointers?
pointers. Probably. He's the pro. He's the.
You're not doing too bad right now.
I was really nervous coming in here. I mean, I can't even explain to you how nervous I was. But Rich is trying to feed me the questions here via Facebook Messenger.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to work that. I don't use that on the phone.
Oh,
I don't use Facebook on the phone. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like being tracked.
The Joe Caviston.
Oh, right on.
He probably stopped tuning in. He's probably like, John sucks, and
He's
probably driving home right now after this podcast.
Soaked.
But, I mean, we have some time left. What are some of the most memorable? You're going for that hood stuff.
No, why's it gotta be hood?
Nah, I mean,
It's got an old timey guy on it. You want to taste it?
Oh, it's Henry's.
It's Henry's.
Oh.
I don't know what you thought it was.
No.
Like, what's this? Purple Hennessy?
No, not at all. Can I try it?
Oh, that's tasty. I love grape soda.
I thought it was something else.
It's orange soda, yeah. It's Canadian Cal, I think, right? It's good, right?
It's very tasty.
Right?
It's very tasty. I couldn't drink more than half that.
Right.
I'd rather have Zima.
That's all you have one. Couldn't mix them
I'd rather
together.
have Zima.
I bet that'd be good.
But what are some of your most memorable events, like, in your entire career?
Oh, man. I mean, at this point, there's been so many.
Big time.
There's just been a lot. You know what I mean? It's hard to keep track of things. Like, it could be something really, really simple, like that I just thought was hilarious. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, was there a party you DJ'd? Was there, like, a night at
it could have been a night that I wasn't even DJing. That I was just there. There was times back at one that I remember really well. A good friend of mine was moving away. Nick Miller, shout out to Nick Miller up in.
How's he doing?
He's doing great.
You talked to him?
Yeah, actually,
haven't seen him probably
I was
7 years.
just with him a couple months ago up in Queens. I played with him in Queens at this little joint called Flat Tops in Astoria, which was great. It was great. It was a great time. Like, the place might only hold like 75 people, but it was the coolest place ever. You know what I mean? But yeah, way back when, and I don't even know, Jesus, but I was at the bar over in Plains on River Street, and it was Nick Miller's going away party.
Yeah.
And King B and Gage played, and it was just an amazing set, and I had a great time. It was just one of those nights you don't forget.
What happened?
I mean, it was just great music. Everything flowed. Everything was like so on point. It was probably one of the best nights I ever heard those two guys play.
I guess I'm not gonna get any like gossip out of you or some kind of like cool like story.
Stories
Like
about
girls on the bar or like.
I mean, there was a time when I wasn't before I started playing. I used to play this joint in the Poconos called Shenanigans on Lake Harmony.
Okay.
And it used to be just a whole bunch of people from New York playing, just that they would just come in for like the weekend and hang out and party and stuff and do all kinds of craziness. And then there was like, before I started playing, it was probably like 9:30, and I started 10 or something like that. And I was just hanging out, having a drink or eating something, and these people were just hammered. These like older people from New York, and somebody said something about this guy's wife, how great her breasts look. And she's like, yeah, I got them 6 months ago. And then she decided to show them off to everybody, and they were beautiful. But it was hilarious. Like this guy was like, look at these things. They're worth the $12,000 or whatever the hell he paid for them.
Yeah.
You know, it was hilarious.
I wonder if they're still together.
I mean, if he's got money, they're still together.
Are you saying that girls chase money?
I didn't say anything like that.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, it could sound like anything you want to interpret it as.
I'm angry. Any more questions, Gerard?
I just sent one on Facebook.
Did you?
Now that we got it working?
I can access that. This is for you, big guy.
Oh, don't keep us all waiting.
I got one here that says, "How big of a nerd was Asher Roth?"
He wasn't. He was really cool. I only talked to him for a little while. But he was cool. He was stoned out of his mind when we talked to him after the show.
Okay. Good
He
for
was
him.
blazed.
Good for him.
Yeah. Like, if you see the picture that I have with him, he's just like, eyes are half open and whatnot.
And a follow-up to that, also from Joe Caviston. How much does Hersh love college?
I mean, probably more than anybody you know.
Why is that?
I don't know. Nah, it's just cool. I mean, his college was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even better for me now.
Where'd you go?
I went to King's.
Kings? So did I.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably the same time.
You probably
probably
graduated a
could've
year
gone-
after me.
A year before you. I'm younger than you are. Let's not forget that.
Oh.
I'm 34.
All right.
You're 35.
We probably graduated. You graduated 2005?
Yeah.
We graduated the same year. Because I graduated.
Oh, okay.
I went an extra semester because I needed like 3 credits to graduate.
So you just needed an extra.
Yeah, and I didn't want to go in the summer.
You can just kind of.
They kind of.
You're not that smart, and you could just.
No,
take an extra year.
I'm probably way smarter than anybody here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
Gerard's pretty smart. College is
Gerard's
smart.
marginal.
Rich Howell, what do you think? Is Hersh smarter than you?
You want to play Jeopardy? I kick ass in Jeopardy.
He threw his hands up. He's not. He's not going to do it. We should do that. You should thumb wrestle Gerard for a Z.
I don't want to do anything with the word wrestle in it with Gerard.
How was your wrestling event? Thumbs up. Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I don't mess with Gerard in wrestling.
He'll come at you.
Power bomb me or
Top
some
rope.
shit. I don't know.
Top rope.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know. What else you got going on? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to say? I had you as my wedding DJ,
Yeah.
which was a fucking phenomenal time. Hands down, best day of my life. And
Sandstorm.
Sandstorm. I love Sandstorm.
I'll never forget that. I now associate your face with that song and
Well,
that horse head.
Most people do.
Yeah.
And it was a good party.
Yeah.
I still, to this day,
I think I got 2 more weddings off that wedding.
yeah, at least one I know of.
Yeah.
I know of at least one. But hands down, this guy was killer all night. Just I didn't even know he was there. It was like he was just it was like a jukebox, but without having to insert the money and requesting it. Like he just knew how it should go and where it should go and
Thank you.
and then you guys, well not you guys, you sat down with us. Very low pressure, very low just guys just let me know what you want to hear. Let me know how you want it to go. And we gave him some songs for the dinner hour, and I gave him 5 songs. Obviously, the dinner hour is longer than 5 songs, but he kind of went off of those songs and made the whole hour seamless and was awesome.
That's all it takes, really. You want to do it.
Yeah, but like you knew what kind of what you wanted, and just based off the little info we gave you, and so Hersh is obviously booking for next year. Next year, not this year.
Absolutely.
This year. But if you want to pay him, he'll do this year.
Hey, if it works out, it works out.
But do you enjoy weddings? Because
Yeah.
I mean, it was hands down my favorite day of my life, and not only because I married a girl way out of my league. You'll attest to that. Everyone tells me that.
5th.
You can say it. Everyone else does.
She's great.
She's the best. But is doing the wedding DJ thing something that you would want to do more of?
Probably, yeah. Especially as you get older. Like
Yeah, sure.
I've been blessed with this beautiful baby face where I kind of look younger and I can relate to kids still.
Yeah.
But I mean, as you get older, it gets harder to kind of do that college thing. I feel like, I mean, you can do it if you know what you're doing. But
Maybe you should start wearing like a bag or some kind of mask.
like a tomato or something.
Some kind of mask over your head.
I could be tomato.
No, you could be 80 years old and still be a DJ.
What was this thing I saw today on TV where it's like all these comedians, this new movie. I think Jamie Foxx is in it. Like, you're supposed to get the Michael Myers mask. He's like, this is Michael Myers. No, what the one from Halloween? This is a Halloween mask. I was dying.
Is that
It's some new movie.
Driver or something?
Yeah,
Maybe
something like that.
I don't know.
No, the mask from the movie Halloween. Oh, Jason? No.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that
And
was
you could
great.
DJ forever.
Yeah, like that goofball marshmallow. Yeah. All these guys are corny. I don't feel any of that.
So you don't want to do it forever.
I'll do as long as I can.
Yeah.
I don't think forever is possible.
Well,
but
do you think? Obviously, we're gonna die.
well,
Not to
I
be negative
mean,
here, but we're gonna die.
I'm not trying to be 70 doing this shit.
Why not?
I mean,
if you had that mask,
if I had that
you'd be golden.
mask, probably, maybe. If I was still in the groove back, when I'm 70, I guess if I could do it, I could do it.
but you would like to do more weddings
Sure. I'm in to do more everything.
or everything.
Everything.
Contact DJ Hersh, BeatTeks.com,
Absolutely.
BeatTeks, TEKS.com,
2 T's, yes.
2 T's. Jay and Trary says Clown College doesn't count.
You still owe me $30.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, where is that? I'm not kidding. I'm coming for it.
And DJ Hersh is hurting. He needs that money.
I don't need it. I'm going to take
That's a
it.
gas tank.
And I'm going to put it in the gas tank. You're right. Galabinski.
Someone says state of the nightlife / nightclub scene in NEPA and beyond. Jesus Christ.
In NEPA, it's almost
Can you talk about
it's almost non-existent.
like
Like how many nightclubs do you know of?
Well, I mean, there's a handful.
I mean, there's like true nightclubs. Like if you
Me too.
let's say if you were in like Atlantic City or Vegas or something like that.
Well, that's
Nightclub. Like a one that's built to be a nightclub, just the Woodlands. Maybe maybe that place in Scranton I don't want to name.
okay.
But-
I was gonna say it, but if you don't want to,
There's that, like true nightclubs that aren't something else
So a
during the
couple.
day.
So a couple.
2.
So when they ask that question, it's non-existent.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if you want to, you can go to the Woodlands and have a good time. You know what I mean? People still do that.
Your buddy Nick Gage, who I think you were just
He's watching me right now.
he's watching you.
He talked to me for 4 hours today about the greatest poop
gives
he
a
ever had.
shit about DJ.
That's all he does is
You
give
get-
shits, and he gives them a lot.
To you. Who's going to DJ at DJ Hersh's wedding?
We won't have to worry about that.
You don't believe in love?
Nobody. You don't need a ring. You don't need a ring to be my wife.
So you just okay. All right. Is there a special lady in your life?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is that
Why-
funny? to Gerard over there.
Yeah. You want to give a little shout out to your love?
Hey. She don't got Facebook,
Don't
so it's not.
install it.
She's not gonna see it.
Or whatever.
She's so smart. She doesn't have
someone
Facebook.
tell whoever his girl is that there's no ring in the future. There's no party. There's nothing in his future. Nothing.
Yo, I never said that.
Well, yes, you did.
I didn't say that in those words.
You implied it, which is enough.
Don't implicate me in anything.
All right. Well, what I gather from that is there is no wedding for DJ Hersh because he's heartless and he cares nothing for the girl he's with and her needs and wants.
John,
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna get you another Zima.
Joe Caviston as
What is he has nothing better to do? Joe needs a shout out though. The Electric City Music Awards Music Conference is coming up. The nominations are in, I believe. If you were nominated, you should have been notified. I think I got mine today. I was nominated for what? Yeah, Mr. Amazing.
What were you not like for real though? What were you nominated for?
DJ of the Year.
DJ of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Have you won before?
Yes. I mean,
how many times?
Just once.
So
there was some bullshit where you couldn't win 2 years in a row that I didn't agree with. But I think Joe figured that out. I wanted I think the first or second year that they had it.
I need a year.
Jesus Christ, John.
Well, I want to say that I had an award-winning DJ my wedding.
You do.
No. If you did it before you got the award, doesn't count.
What?
Nope.
What?
I need the award.
Are you even saying?
I need the award to happen before you DJ my wedding.
Before you DJed, I don't know. When did you get married?
2015.
Well, Joe can answer that if you want to ask Joe.
Okay.
There you go.
So I had an award-winning DJ.
Yeah, but I won Mad Awards before that. I think I won the Weekender Award like 16 times.
We need a blowhorn.
There's the Electric City, whatever you want to know, whatever awards there is around here, I got it.
Okay, so you have a repertoire of awards.
Yeah, whatever it's worth.
All right. Well, I'm just happy that I could say that to my wife that we had an award-winning DJ.
You can.
And I can say that forever.
Absolutely.
But Joe said, I'm in CVS with this blasting on speakerphone. Amanda hates me. Who's Amanda? Is that your girl?
Huh?
Who's Amanda?
His wife.
Oh, his wife. Sorry, Joe. I don't know your wife's name. How would I know his wife's name?
I thought you knew Joe.
I know Joe. I know Joe from that club at Rigby's. I know Joe from the Point After show. Shout out to Joe. I know Joe from
Absolutely.
Joe Caviston. I know Joe from Jack of All Trades Joe. The cashier said sup to Hersh.
Sup. At CVS where? In, where is he at? He's way down there now.
Harrisburg?
Something like that, yeah.
Joe gave me some tips on some NBA stuff today. What do you think of Chris Paul going to...
I don't watch the NBA. It's garbage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The worst basketball you can watch
All right, that's fine.
on TV.
All right. Well, we'll wrap things up
Okay.
real quick. You've got 2 shows coming up.
Yes. July 8th at the River Grille with DJ React and myself.
What time?
10 o'clock p.m.
Okay. It's a little late. I have to go to bed by then.
Oh,
Good thing I'm not your demo.
Good thing.
And the BeatTeks BBQ.
August 5th, also at the River Grille with myself, Jay Villar, King B, and special guest DJ Spinbad at New York City.
Cool. Anything else you want to tell the audience about DJ Hersh or the BeatTeks crew, or
Come out and party, have a good time.
Can you promise that?
Absolutely.
Good.
That's my word if you don't know, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I don't know why it's just like
All right, that's fine.
a thing.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
I hope
Thanks for having
I didn't
me.
do too bad.
No, you did pretty
Didn't
good.
do too poorly in Rich's absence.
Thanks to
And,
NEPA Scene.
And Brittany,
Cool Creative.
also obviously not here today. She's also frolicking on the beach with the sand in her toes and water in her hair or something like that. I don't know how it goes. Oh, thanks, Brittany.
Yeah, it's a good
really
thing you
appreciate your
jumped
support.
on now.
You just came on board. Yeah, we're wrapping things up. Surprise, we're on
Late
time.
as usual.
Yeah, late. Thank you. That's what she does. She's always late.
AJ Jump wants to know if Cinderella was a big influence.
Was Spinderella...
Has anybody ever heard her DJ?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
guess not. Well, thank you guys.
AJ's just not. He's not funny.
If you want to get a hold of DJ Hersh and his crew, BeatTeks.com, BeatTeks.com. Thanks for tuning in. hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much tonight, but how could I possibly do that with the guests we had? But thank you guys again for tuning in. Thanks for your questions, and we'll see you next week with the full crew.
See you
Thanks.
guys.